Yo, what's good in the hood? It's your boy, TWI, $T, Uncle Twist in the mix,
What's good? It's your boy Sincere, aka Sin, aka Sin Sima. Who got the keys to the Beamer?
You already know the boy get busy. You ask who is he? It's your boy Tizzy. Showtime. You already know what it is. Man Dem Podcast all day.
Follow the Man Dem Podcast at Man Dem Podcast. That's Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Toronto West End, done. Man Dem Podcast, episode 21.
21 Savage.
21. The squad's here.
What up?
How's the weeks?
It's been good, it's been busy. About to get into a slew of topics as per usual. As you hear in the background, the soundtrack of the evening. Showtime, what we playing?
Playing a little Kim hardcore, man.
Yeah, yo, that hardcore back from 1996, and we gotta definitely shout out and give a birthday shout out to Queen Bee, or should I say Queen Kim, for her 46th birthday. Definitely, 46 years young and still going strong in the hip hop game.
Happy belated little Kim. I saw, a lot of people. I saw Fab with her. I saw a lot of shout outs on IG and Twitter and shit.
Ringing in the Earth Strong, eh?
Yes.
And definitely also a happy birthday shout out to one of our homegrowns, Alicia Cara. She's 22, and you know she's doing big things out there as well.
Okay.
B-Town, what up?
And for sure, last birthday shout out goes out to the OG Tom Hanks. You already know his body of work, man. No one else has gone back to back for Best Actor at the Grammys, or should I say the Oscars. So salute Tom Hanks for sure.
2 out of those 3 birthday shout-outs were very dear and personal to Twist. So shout out to those. But shout out little Kim, man. I'm big on her staple in hip-hop history. That's who she used to rhyme with. Being Biggie's right hand. Like, kind of, you're indebted and entitled to put some respect on her name. But salute to her going strong, music-wise. I have my opinions physically, but that's neither here or there. Salute to the Queen Bee. And enjoy your best.
Everybody that is a part of the Beehive in regards to Beyonce, please take a moment and pay homage to the original Queen Bee.
She was penalizing from day, you know?
It's kind of like, because now Beyonce's Queen Bee, she's original Queen Bee. She gave birth to Nicki Minaj's whole style at the beginning with the multicolored wigs. Like, you can't like Beyonce not like Little Kim.
Yeah.
You can't like Nicki Minaj and not like Little Kim. That's like motherfuckers telling me they like Action Bronson but don't like Ghostface Killer. I mean, like, you have to pay homage to the origin. So salute, man, salute.
Yeah, to the OG for sure. And to the next thing, definitely, guys, 2008, we all went to see it probably more times than once. Christopher Nolan's masterpiece, man. The follow-up to Batman Begins, The Dark Knight. It's the anniversary, man. First of all, definitely rest in peace to Heath Ledger.
All day, man.
R.I.P. to Heath. R.I.P. to the Joker. One of the most monumental movies I've seen. One of the, probably to me, the best Batman movie.
Or would you say comic book movie period? It's changed the tone of how they're perceived, I think.
Yeah, the original Batman was dark for its time, but this
goofy.
Yeah, I still fuck with Jack Nicholson, but this performance, especially Heath Ledger, like, this was, I've never seen anything like this as far as like a comic book movie.
Complete transformation.
Quotables, the rawness, how dark it was. The acting was phenomenal. The action was phenomenal. To this day, if I catch it on TV or if I'm just bored, I'll put on The Dark Knight. Like, this, I don't even know if we have to explain it super like that
Everybody
much,
knows this,
because if you haven't watched this movie, don't even stop listening to the podcast. Like,
like, even personally, so like everybody has their own thing. Some Lord of the Rings. Some different trilogies, but for me, never gonna budge or waver. Like, best trilogy for me, hands down, are the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight trilogy. And even so, rest in peace, Heath Ledger. Because without Heath Ledger's performance, Tom Hardy as Bane might have won my best villain. But like, you forget you're watching Heath Ledger playing Joker.
Yeah.
Just like you forgot you were watching Jamie Foxx play Ray. Like that kind of adaptation of a role is amazing. Like that's the kind of shit where you don't deny and you give the hardware that needs to accommodate those kind of performances. Because Heath Ledger, like, he died playing that role, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's someone that took their job too serious, you can argue, but his sacrifice and his selflessness gave us one of the best Jokers ever. Like, Jared Leto?
Jared Leto, yeah, from Suicide
those
Squad.
guys are gonna try to revive it as best as they can in whatever way they're gonna flip it, but you can't touch that.
Yeah, and they're trying to do another standalone spin-off. They announced it with the Joaquin Phoenix, Warner Brothers, but you already know everybody. It's Heath Ledger and then Jack Nicholson, and then, there's work to be done.
And DC needs Christopher Nolan.
In a bad way.
Please, because remember when we saw Batman versus Superman? Dear God.
Yeah.
I warned you guys about that.
Dear God.
I legit try to warn you guys
There's
about
more
that.
one of those things you have to get out of the way, just to say that you've seen it, man.
We need to have like a Rotten Tomato, our own version of Rotten Tomato on the podcast.
And a lot of DC titles.
And we call them the Razzies.
Razzies.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
But wait, okay, so this is always like a debate, but I don't even think it's a real debate. What intro was better? What intro sequence was better? Opening sequence. Dark Knight or Dark Knight Rises?
I would say
I give
for
them both.
suspense, it's two different feels, right? The Dark
That's a
Knight,
good question, by the way.
right?
Sid.
The real good one. I think it's two different feels. Like the Dark Knight, I feel like it's much more suspenseful because you're just hanging on your seat. But in terms of the shot and like the adrenaline, I definitely got to give that to the Dark Knight Rises with the whole plane escape.
I've never been asked this question before, but I have an answer I'm not gonna budge on. I'm not gonna budge on, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that is, I like them both, man. Like the bank scene with the school buses and the whole everyone crossing each other. And Dark Knight was amazing. And then the plane sequence where they busted out Bane. Holy shit. Like, I love them both, and that is a very good fucking question, man.
Yeah.
Like, salute.
Oh man. I think the reason why I'm gonna say I prefer Dark Knight because of the entire movie, how it unfolded. I just felt like Dark Knight Rises, the end kind of felt rushed. So that
Confusing me. That's about an intro that dissected the whole movie.
but that to me affects the intro of it. Like as crazy as it was, just on the plane, they had my boy
They did a blood transfusion in the area.
Yeah, the blood transfusion. My boy Carcetti from The Wire.
We dissected the whole movie though. Like even like at the friggin' at Pittsburgh, or they turned into the football game.
Yeah, with the bombs underneath the field and the tunnels.
There's way too many.
Too many layers.
Like this, I don't know, man. That's what I'm trying to say. Like if Heath Ledger didn't do what he did, like Bane might be my favorite, like friggin' villain.
But it's the perfect setup, man. From Batman Begins to birth those next two films, like it all goes perfectly, man, cohesively.
Yeah, sell out to that, man. And honestly, I feel like we all love that movie, and we get in that all day, but I'm gonna let you two have a little bit of fun because I'm like your casual dude in regards to FUTBOL.
Yeah, so
more or less with my pops, but it's World Cup time, and and then there was two.
Yeah, there was two, and not the two that I wanted. Let's just
By the
start
time
with
that is,
here it is.
There's one that you wanted. Though.
Yeah, so I take that 50% out of 100. It's good. So Sin, who you got, man? Croatia or France? I know you would like to see Colombia or Brazil up in there, as I would like to see
Nigeria,
England.
but all my squads flop.
First of all, has this been a good or an unpredictable World Cup that you can remember in recent memory?
I feel like it was a really good World Cup because, to me, all the competition was pretty even. All the countries that were deemed like the bottom of the group teams really showed out.
Yeah.
They gave the top teams like Argentina, Portugal, Brazil, All those
Germany.
teams had Germany got the fuck out of here in the group
Yeah.
stage. Everybody had a difficult time. Spain got the fuck out of here too. So
Yeah.
salute to the underdogs.
Japan came close. The young legs, man. The young guys.
It would have been amazing to see France versus England in the final, but we got Croatia. So part of me, I want France. I like their style of football. But I like the underdog too. There's a lot of Croatians, and I grew up with a lot of Croatians in Brampton.
Yeah.
So this is their first trip to the World Cup ever. So I'm indifferent. It'll be amazing to see them win as well. I know people are probably it's boring to them because they always want that top team: Brazil, Italy,
Yeah, but that's the beauty of sports.
Germany.
Things are better when they don't go according to plan, you know?
Exactly.
And like right now, Croatia's fan base in their country is on tilt. Like they're basically like 90 minutes and then some, you know, if they stick to their guns by, you know, pulling up, I guess you could say arguably an upset, man, beating France.
But I feel like France has a lot of quality. Not to say England didn't have quality,
Yeah,
but
it's
to
their
me,
game to lose for sure.
England doesn't show up at certain times, so
Sterling.
that was twist. I didn't say anything.
Yo, that's funny because that was the fourth game I watched in this World Cup. And honestly, like towards the end, you can see like the friggin' tank going on E for England.
Yeah.
That's where the momentum picked up for Croatia
And
when
they
it
were-
became
and-
dire.
and they were down
when they
a guy,
realized
too.
that the friggin' clock was ticking. Like
Yeah.
I saw the resiliency in that team, just knowing that they were playing for a country of hopefuls, and you know, like I that's the beauty of sports. That's why motherfuckers really love the March Madness setup, because all those Cinderella stories that come out. And that's why you like the whole setup of football. Because regardless of what your record could be all season, in the playoffs, one game and you're done. You know, so I know that people really like those settings. I actually watched that whole game, you know, the whole freaking 90-minute entirety, maybe in the bonus time. And, you know, salute to Croatia, man. You know, like they felt like regardless what the favorites are, I mean, what's meant to be will always be.
The better team always usually wins, you know?
Yeah.
So I know you want France to win. So France, hopefully you win so we can play ice cream and we can say wee bonbons and all that good stuff.
Yeah. And I will be rocking my Zidane jersey this weekend.
Oh yeah! If you guys see a picture of me wearing an England jersey, just know I was not going for
we
England.
recruited him, yo.
I was not.
We recruited him for the veteran minimum.
Sid's so indifferent when it comes to jerseys, man. Like, Sid get like a Cavs jersey because your age Tristan Thompson be from Brampton, but
B-Town all
it's still
day.
a Cavs jersey, right? So
B-Town
that makes
all
him
day.
indifferent sometimes. Like his jersey repertoire will make him a dinner table discussion sometimes.
B-Town
But
all
he
day.
knows that.
See if we play sports over here, yo.
I can fend all my jerseys.
But you know what, man? Enough of all this sports, enough of all this hip hop. You know, like I listen. You know, I'm gonna speak for myself. I got some hard headed niggas around me. Nah, I'm kidding. They listen, but you know, it's apparently, you know, there's some schooling and tutorials that are needed in regards to the perception of the opposite sex. I feel like maybe it's a lot of guys are fucking up. Maybe us included. I don't know, man. I don't know. You never know, right? But apparently, you know, the relationships aren't evolving as they might should, you know, given all the new technologies and all that. We're still having some stone man
Caveman days.
BC,
Fred Flintstone ass.
BC, yeah, some circumstances.
Barney
So,
Rubble ass.
you know, there's been some, you know, light topics proposed. So, you know, let's just get into this, because, you know, it's funny because 21 episodes in, our first episode we went full circle about, you know, women being crazy because of, you know, waiting to excel, and Lisa Left Eye Lopez and Blue Cantrell and too much ammo.
Yeah.
Right? So now it's just us, so, you know, just throwing the pigeon in the air with the message attached.
We got the Ravens message.
You know, so first thing first, man, let's talk about, you know, it's self-entitlement.
Let's talk about
You know, self-entitlement or whatever the case may be regarding what people may think are just ground rules and mandate in a relationship. So my first question to both y'all, I got a different answer. You probably both sides of the coin, but if you're in a relationship,
Okay.
you know, so you obviously, y'all representing for the fellas. But even from like a female's perspective, which is why, maybe females should be here. But nonetheless, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you come home from work, you're cheesed, you're tired, or you go out, maybe your partner is coming in from going out, and it's that time, it's that H-Town time. It's time for knocking the boots. It's that Jodeci come and talk to me. And then, you get Taylor Swift via Kanye, like, hold on, I'm gonna let you finish. I'm too tired right now. In that relationship, in that situation, do you feel as if your partner, your girl, for y'all, or for the ladies, your man, like, are they entitled to get some, being that you're with them, or do you have a right to say you're too tired, or nonetheless leaving the door potentially open for that person to go astray? I want Sin's take first.
Leaving the side door open.
You gotta be a dime piece. So look at the rocks at the timepiece.
Shout out to all the SPs.
The SPs from the SPs. That was Drake and Brian McKnight. I represent the Church of Jesus of Latter-day Saints.
Oh my God.
Early.
How you pussy hurts.
Sin, go on, man. We talking shit.
For me, you know what? If I'm in the mood, which is probably all the time,
Come, cause your body done crying. Sit so on it.
Be so horny. The first thing Sid starts with, yo. All right, Sid, you get a redo, yo. All right, and go.
He's like, ain't nothing funny, cause I'm a self-made Energizer bunny.
Sit on that Hugh Hef.
Yo, put Denver on this table too, and I get judged differently, but so I think I'm the worst one, right?
Let me put on that Hugh Hefner robe, yo. If my girl comes home and I'm feeling jiggy, you know what I mean? Of course, if she's genuinely tired, clearly I'm not gonna force myself on her or whatever. Like, if you're tired, it is.
You don't want to come on that wrong side of me too when we ain't talking about Pharrell and
wrong
clips.
time, day and age for that.
Mm-hmm. So there's always RedTube X video. You know what I mean? There's always measures that could be taken in that moment where I could clear my mind. If it happens frequently, I think I'll be a little concerned.
Question marks, eh? Asterisk beside that shit.
I'll be concerned. Okay, are you stepping out on the side and you're scared to be sexually active with me because maybe something popped off?
You feel different. Stop playing.
A little more roomy.
You might get sucked into the black hole. I don't know.
Too much cushion for the pushing.
Or maybe just mentally, not even that she stepped out, but mentally she's gone. Not with another person, but maybe mentally she's just not into it, which would be a little troubling for me.
Yeah.
So that would be a red flag. So yeah, I would of course like to have, as Sheldon from Big Bang Theory would say, coitus with my lovely girl. But that would draw a red flag. But you have every right to say you're tired, whatnot. But if it's a continued, response, then we're gonna have to have like a real conversation.
I want to follow up on something that you said, which is so ill, because obviously you guys can tell like I've evolved into a really introspective, deep thinker. From being a wild dude throwing out people out the clubs and windows, right? Yeah. But I think it is worse to mentally stray away from something than physically. Because, peep game, I am more concerned with the person that has thoughts about killing somebody versus the person that can actually just go out and kill somebody. That person's already shown me their hand. You understand what I'm saying? If you could mentally sit down at night and think about killing somebody, you have the potential to do something, right? Whereas someone that just goes on and kills people, okay, you're a dirtbag, you're a serial killer, whatever, right? A girl that can lay down with somebody else at night, fully knowing emotionally she's detached from that person. You know what I mean? Spiritually, there's no connection. The same things that made her essentially he or she essentially love that person are the same things that annoy that person. Once you mentally strayed, you might as well just leave. Like you're with someone else thinking about somebody else. You're beside somebody else, but you know you're being ill on your phone, doing whatever it is, right? Once you're mentally gone, you left way too much space and doors open, right? So once you're saying that, you know, the mental's off, like, oh, that's gone. That might as well just close a deal on that, because that's the difference from picking off something early from not being like, think about it, man. How many times we've been in the vicinity and we've seen dudes, and I've had to laugh at these guys. Like, really, bro?
Being the butt of
This is your arm candy, the neighborhood friend. You understand what I'm saying?
Everybody's had some of those sweets.
Nah, but for real though, I'm saying though, like, you don't wanna leave it at that point because you don't wanna be the butt of the joke. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because it's so ill now, because guys are always gonna be sloppy. Guys are always taking pictures with girls they shouldn't take pictures of, even if just guys are sloppy. Girls, they're airtight with their motives, a lot of them. You know what I mean? So a girl's cheating on you, you'll probably never find out. You know what I mean? Because you're not picking up on the little signs of mental stray. I'm tired like twice a week. And the 2 times she's tired once a week is the time that she's working late. You don't even know. Like, it's too many layers. Like, once you start picking up on those things, I dip personally. You know what I mean? Like, you're tired. Okay, I'm not a savage. You understand what I'm saying? I could understand those things to a degree. But if you're always tired, like, I was born, you know what I mean, at night. It wasn't last night. It was a Friday night. 34 fucking years ago. Mm-hmm. You know, so you're talking to me like I'm stupid, alright, cool. Like, I'll play the fool to catch the fool to a degree, but if there's something in the air that makes it feel as if you're cheating or anything like that, no more or less that other person's covering their bases too and coming up with an emergency escape plan, a plan B, right? So instead of just making something that's toxic, I personally would just end it. Like, you can't be tired all the time. Fuck that. And also, too, you do have a right to say no. Just because you're in a relationship with somebody doesn't make your body theirs, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, this can't just
whole body in my temple stuff. We understand that, and vice versa. And I think, like, the best way to sum up really what you mentioned, a little bit of what Sin mentioned earlier, is this is like a very simple term to define it all. Really, it's called method acting. Because it's methodical thinking. If you could really, see yourself, whether you're the man or the female that's in the relationship or dating, to go and step out on the other one. Because there's early indicators and signs that bring someone to that decision, and then just be okay to come back if they're living together and lay in the same bed, like everything's all good. Like I said, like, why those decisions are made, books have been written on it, talk shows, you name it. I don't think anyone's ever going to really figure it out except for the people that's involved. But I think it really, to Showtime's point, it starts with the mental. Like, once that connection is not aligned and it seems like things are missing, questions need to start being asked and discussions need to start being had. So, you really got to weigh your options and see if it's worth continuing just to save face and just kind of say, like, everything is happy, because everyone has this notion that, like, everything is good, in my side of things, but when really it's not, right? So it makes no sense prolonging something if,
for one, would not want it to get to a point where, you know what I mean, like, you're looking at a calendar, whatever. Let's just paint a scenario, you're with somebody, you guys share property, that maybe there's a child or two involved, but you guys all live together, happy family. But, through the courses of careers and, parental obligations, whatever the case may be, and I mean, the time's not there. I never in my life want to get to the point where I'm looking at a calendar and being like, oh, hey, guess what, honey? It's Wednesday. It's a sex night. Let's send the parents to the grandparents at 7 o'clock and pick them up by 8:45. Like, fuck that. You're my woman, and you need to know that, on site. F all these guys talking all this woo-ah, this thug shit on site. Fuck that. That's me with my girl. You know what I mean? We're in a theater. You might get finger popped. You know what I mean? Like, we're somewhere that it can go down. I don't give a flying fuck. We're not in front of your parents. Leave it at my wedding, there's so much body grabbing that's going on that dance floor. I don't give a shit.
Looking like soft porn.
My parents will look at me like, we didn't raise that nigga right. But nah, you raised me right. Just,
And me and Sin won't be there because we want to be affiliated, yo.
Yeah, well, fuck
we're some perfect
anyways,
gentlemen,
man.
yo.
ways more alcohol for me.
I might be at the bar talking to something.
Shallow howling that bitch. Right? But nah, so I think the general consensus is that don't kid yourself. You're tired, you're tired. I don't feel like anybody, you know what I mean, is savage enough not to be, you know, understanding and, you know, show a degree of compassion. But don't take no one for an idiot either, you know what I mean? Like, let somebody know that that's not really what the vibe is, and give them a chance to, you know, be with somebody who might give them that attention or the affection that they so eagerly crave. You know, so next thing too is in regards to the female fellatio and, you know, women this day and age that might, you know, not think that, you know, giving head is the norm. You know, I got two angles on this. So, how make or break is it for y'all if a girl gives head or not? And as well, are you willing to work with somebody who uses too much teeth? Or is that just, I might never call this person again? Like, they try to, like, Lorena bob it off my shit.
Hannibal Lecter your shit, yo.
Yeah. You know, let me hear your take.
For me, you know, I wish we queued up Juicy J right now. Because real talk, slob on my knob like corn on the cob.
Suck a nigga dick or something.
Of course it's important. Like, any guy that says it's not important, I don't know, I have to look at you a little side eye-ish, like, you know what I mean? We're just hardwired like that. I don't know. That's just from my experience and from my brothers and all the men I know. That's how we enjoy that, point blank period. So if you find a man that doesn't, I don't know.
What about the dentures,
The dentures.
might have to add her to your work coverage.
The dentures. Okay, if it's somebody you see something with, I think you could have the discussion. You could talk about it and maybe
show some videos.
Yeah, you could watch like some videos. You could tell her
performance evaluation.
In the moment.
Some people are about practicality. So if you could finesse getting another female to perform that act. Just for the purposes of observation, of course. You know, to give her a real live demonstration, per se.
You know, on the job training, orientation, somebody to, you know, show you the ropes.
Like where do you get those those women's videos? You know those.
Workplace safety.
What you say, Tess?
Yeah, I think definitely a must. Because, you know,
we're talking 2018 right now, right? Like, let's just relax. Like
I know people want to, you know, are all kind of. Some people are a little, you know, don't know how many partners this person's had and stuff like that, so they want to play cautious. But I think when you get into that point where you're, you know, in a foundation in a relationship, like stuff like that should definitely be on the table and not off it. Like, you know, performing on each other, that should just be a regular. And even to a point, even if it's something like where you're tired and you want to do the full thing, just a quick whatever, you know, going down on each other, that's still good too. You know, you're satisfied, your man's satisfied, and then, you know, you just leave it like that. So in terms of the nibblers with the teeth, like I said, there's definitely different ways to improve that. So I don't think that's the end all, the be all, but it's not something that I would take a lot of, you know what I mean? So
let me just talk to my females here, and you're this is coming from somebody who, you know, a lot of people of the opposite sex might have a favorable opinion about, depending on what time in their life they met me, you know. But it's 2018, and this you want guys' perspective. Here it is: if you're not sucking a dick, someone else is.
That's very true.
Like, I'm not gonna try to be Shakespeare or nothing like that. What you're not doing, someone else will. So back in the days where about this 2018, like, fuck, you guys have made everything that's not acceptable. Right? As I said, the internet, I said a couple episodes back, the internet's a new Jerry Springer. Hence why they don't need that shit no more. You want naked women? Go on Instagram. You want to see people fucking fighting? Go on WorldStar. Go on 6plus. You know what I mean? Like, there's outlets for this shit. Somewhere you had to just tune into your TV and watch in privacy. You weren't judged. That's the norm now. 2018. Let any girl tell me she's not sucking dick.
I'll be like, all right, cool. Maybe there's something else to you that blows my mind. Maybe every time you look at me, I want to tear your clothes off. Maybe
Or
the
maybe
things
she got
we
the
do.
Erica Badu box.
Maybe every time we have sex, someone has to do laundry. You do that splash waterfall. I don't know, right? But if you're not sucking dick, I'm still getting my dick sucked. That's in a different capacity and form. And you left that door open. Because I think you can't classify cheating as something that you already get. That's where, like, when people learn how to finesse loopholes, they're good off of that. Because if you don't suck my dick, how's that cheating? Someone else sucked my dick for me. You know what I mean? Someone else did something you don't like doing.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys get away with that shit. So in 2018, don't play that.
Free,
you
yeah.
don't go down. All right, cool. You be stush, you be bougie, you know, whoop-ha, all that good shit. Another girl will. So don't leave that open. You know what I mean? And if it's on the same thing, if you have a fucking, if you don't really have your situation, you know what I mean, like lined up to the point where, you know, you're on some DJ Khaled shit, you know? If it's that dire to your girl and whatever, and then, you know, you're on some nah, but she has, that's the thing too, with like these fucking female friends and shit. You know what I mean? Like if they're in the ear talking all that hoopla, curiosity will strike. And if it's not you, you know, even just a one-off.
It's very
I mean, to
fine.
the point, but females, I feel like can't live with guilt as much as dudes.
That's
So if a female did step out just to get some whatever, especially if it was horrible, she'd probably come back tell her dude.
It's a very fine line before things start veering off.
Yeah.
But playing spatula and devil's advocate, if we flip it the other side, what do you guys think about the females that are in relationships and just have this expectation that they need to get their box licked, but don't necessarily have to go down all the time on their man?
Can we end it there? Is that the good soundbite? That was good? Is that good, Sid?
There was an answer
Let's
for
just
you.
leave it, right?
There was an answer.
All right, we good.
You know,
Next question. The flying fuck.
because there's a lot of females that you know who you are.
I
that
got an
mentality.
upper echelon list, and listen, man. Sierra can't get away with that shit. Kelly Rowland can't get away with that shit. Serena Williams can't get away with that shit. Maya, who has my same last name, boo, you can't get away with that shit. You want what? And you don't want what? Take the what and leave the what? What the fuck? Nah. Let's some females, they fucking weird. You know what I mean? They get their head checked on some next levels. You know what I mean?
And only certain boy move like that, cause
I know my stance on this, but it actually came up on the news the other day. And it's funny because I feel like I've been in a situation with niggas at this table, and niggas at this table have heard of the situation. So there's a survey on the news that said that women feel more comfortable paying on first dates because, I mean, it's a sense of independence from the door, right? And to let that guy know, like, you're not gonna try to have no leverage on me. So just even coming from both angles of it, and I mean, like, for a woman, you know what I mean? I guess you guys can respond in the comments and all that. I mean, like, how important is it to you to solidify and, you know, let your independence, if there is any, be known from the gate, so no guy tries to, you know what I mean, like, have no halo over you or anything like that. And for guys, you know what I mean, or us right here, right? How big is it, you know what I mean, paying, let's say on a first date, you know what I mean? Like, obviously relationships are different, right? Because this is actually on CP24 with One Bum Bap. So yeah, this 3-4 days ago, give or take. How big of it is a deal breaker for a dude to be on a first date with somebody and that person not make the attempt or the reach or even the pump fake to go for the purse? Because there's angles to this, right? And I actually have like 2 homegirls who talk to dudes, just, I mean, randomly, their DMs pop off, whatever the fuck it may be, right? And they just like to go to shit on some foodie shit. And they go on dates with dudes with no intention of calling them back the day after or anything like that. And how most of these dates go is that, you know, they're funded. And the tricky thing about that, and this is a dude that has sisters, I mean, I'm my princess, you know what I mean, the most important people to me, you know, other than the squad and, you know, fam, you know, pops, and I mean, and the young ones are females. So you put yourself in a situation where you think you're clowning a dude going in his pockets, and to add it to that, you weren't even your own sense of transportation. So you're dependent on this motherfucker dropping you home at some point. Like, why would you put yourself in a situation where if that dude wanted to veer left, make a turn, lock doors, and throw that receipt in your face, like that's obligatory. Like, yo, I spent X, Y at Chipotle, wherever the case may be. Like, this is obligated to me at that point. I don't think anyone should want to put himself in that situation unless it's someone you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
You know, like there's situations where, you know, you give and take. You know, I got it this time, you got it this time. You know what I mean? Or whatever. Or, you know what? Soft. You know, all right, let me hold this down. You know? Like when it's alley-oop, there's an option.
Yeah.
But that's when there's someone's whole hidden attention. Don't get twisted. I know some grimy dudes too. Whether that be from the East, Jane Strip, Humberline, that have dine and dash on bitches. You know what I mean? Like legit dine and dash. I think it's hilarious. I couldn't do it personally because I don't want those, I mean, but to each his own. But back to y'all, like how important is it to you to even see like an attempt? It's a first date though.
Yeah, well, like okay.
A first date.
First date, definitely. So with that being said, I think it depends on how long you've been talking to the person too leading up to that first date. Because I guess me still being a young nigga and all that, I'm a bit of an old soul. So certain things sometimes I believe in a little bit of chivalry and, you know, tradition and all that. But like it all depends too where you guys decide to go as a first date too. Like I don't know, like she wants to go to like, you know, the Keg or Pick Six if you're here in Toronto, all those places. Like maybe you guys have that discussion where, hey, you guys want to split the bill versus, you know, the guy taking the brunt of it. But I know a lot of girls will hear that and they'll be like, no, that guy needs to pay for my meal. And to show his point, you know, if it's a transportation, you know, that got you there, then, you know, something's got to give. You got to also be flexible too and not expect everything to be on him because like you don't know, it might be one and done. You don't know where it's gonna go after that. So I think it's really a fine line. So it depends on the dude. Like me personally, like on a first date, like it would depend on how well I was getting to know the girl leading up to this first date. But I think 8 out of 10 times I probably would bite that bullet and just pay for that bill. I'd foot that bill for sure.
So Twist is single, you know to get at. What's your answer, Sid?
For me, I saw this topic actually on on Twitter about pre-dates. So for me, if I'm just trying to get to know somebody off rip, I'm not necessarily going out on a full-fledged date. I would more so do something maybe in the daytime. Try to do something in the daytime or like just do something light. Like
a walk
let's
and
have
talk.
a few drinks. My time is limited. It's like a limited window. I can feel you out. I can feel out your intentions. Because when a lot of dudes go out on dates, here's the thing. You got to know what you're getting yourself into. There's gonna be girls that are independent. They value your time. They value that you work hard for your money and they also work hard for their money. So they would see it as, let me contribute instead of making him feel like I'm just a gold digger or taking. But then most guys are attracted to that flash, that bad, the quote unquote bad bitch.
The baddies.
But when you get the bad bitch, sometimes their
maintenance.
Their maintenance and the way their thought processes and their lifestyle, they think everything should be
They're entitled
on a platter for them. So if you're getting into that, you can't really be mad at the girl because you should kind of know what you're getting yourself into.
If you did your homework properly. So I like to do little things prior to like a full-fledged date. And if it's like the quote-unquote first date and I initiate it, I'm like, okay, let's go here. I'm inviting you. I will take the bill. I don't mind.
I think that's hella important, man, because I've been in situations with both y'all. Even a situation where I've been with one of y'all at the table where we went to Revival and I brought one of y'all to meet someone for the first time. And you know, conversations were had after that. And when I asked a female why, I was told because drinks weren't bought for her. So let me get this straight. So when you go on a first date with a guy at a club, whatever the case is, you think a guy is obligated to buy you drinks at a bar that you might not even have anything in common with at some point in the first couple hours of the night. So you're getting all these drinks for free and you have a possibility, they say a 60% chance of talking to someone else at the end of the night. So I'm buying you drinks, getting you nice for somebody else. What the entire fuck? So I've been in that situation with one of y'all at this table. I've been in a situation with y'all at the table where we've all been downtown and, you know, females have come across and y'all have talked to the wrong female. Like, the female that one should have talked to, the other one should have talked to, right? Like someone's offering a hand and one bitch is trying to pull an arm. And, you know what I mean? I've been on so many different situations, and even the first date one, yeah, like, if plans are being made, you know, and it's not, in essence, where I'm taking initiative or anything like that. And then I've been in, like, this has been one of y'all, I've been in something so insulting, like, you can't be ordering shit I don't eat. Those I'm allergic to something, like eggs and all that shit. You're ordering everything on the menu I can't even fucking eat. And at the end of the day, they be like, I'm supposed to go half and half on that bill. Like, really, I couldn't even eat a fucking crumb off of this based off an allergy or a food preference. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like anybody that comes in there with that predetermined mindset will let you know their selfish potential. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I appreciate the women who even make that pump fake just so the dude can be like, I'm cool. And not even know a dude's like, fuck, she got her own. Like, that's amazing.
And here's the thing too, like, I know a lot of women that are listening will probably be like, oh, these guys sound like they're cheap, blah, blah, blah.
Stop telling yourself you're worth shit you're not. I'm sorry. Like, at the end of the day, like, no, let's be real. Like, dudes are not, like, especially the motherfucker, like, what? Like, I've seen clubs rented out for birthday parties. I've seen, like, party buses for it. I mean, like, somebody that is worth something will get something. You mean? Because, let's be frank. I'm going to tell you that, yo, I'm worth this, I'm worth that. Yo, throw that whole fucking analogy with the Lamborghinis for me. I have never, other than all these motherfuckers on social media and all that shit, seen advertising for Lamborghini. Ever. But everyone knows a Lambo goes up from anywhere between 300 and 20,000 and up. We know the value of that, right? Without anybody fucking telling us the value of that. Whereas everyone wants to tell you, I know my worth, I know my worth, I know my worth. Really? Because a Honda Civic could try to fucking dress up as a luxury car. It's still a fucking Honda Civic. It still needs ample fucking commercials. Yeah. It still needs that immediate partnership with the Toronto Blue Jays. Like, someone that wants to tell you it's worth so much needs to do the most to convince you what it's worth. Understand what I'm saying? So no, I've been on amazing dates with, you know what I mean, with amazing people. I've been to the CN Tower. You know what I mean? Like, I've been to fucking Benihana's. It has nothing to do with that. But those people that went to those places were worth that.
And I'm looking at it too, like, on a...
Don't tell me you're worth that from the jump or off the rip because you watch too much fucking TV, you watch too much Love and Hip Hop, you follow Fab too fucking much. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. If you're the person that's worth that, that is soft. You know what I mean? But don't tell me you're worth that when really, like, I got, like, Denny's in mind for you. Really?
Say patience is the key and...
Patience, know your worth. What the fuck?
Because I'm looking at it too, like...
Are you really going on a regular date to the Sky Dome, my nigga?
No.
Alright then. So why the fuck someone's gonna really alley you did like, oh, they know what they're worth? Like, really? What's the fucking occasion? You know what I mean? Like, I wanna know. What's the special occasion why are we doing this? Why should a regular date for you be like a bill 50 plus? Like, you better fucking put your toes behind your head and do fucking
walk with your pocket money.
And also too, like, okay, say for instance, a woman takes me out or continually takes me out and pays for everything. I could be stupid and be like, oh wow, yo, this girl's amazing. She pays for everything, yo. Fuck this. I must be the illest nigga in the world. I hit the jackpot.
Fuck around, let that get thrown back in your face.
No, I should be thinking, especially if you like the person you're gonna make a future with them. I'd be like, yo, you're spending way too much money. Like, why are you spending so much money on me? Like, why don't you? We didn't even need to do that. You
and at some point, doesn't that lose value? Like, peep game. A woman could look at a dude and be like, yo, I wish I got flowers every fucking day. I love flowers. Cool. Insert guy who does that shit. You get flowers every fucking day. To the point where that became something that was just a genuine sign of love and affection to something that you just became obligated to. So when you start coming home to flowers, like, oh, wow, flowers again. Right?
Yeah.
And something that you said you wanted at the simple things, that's something that loses value. And what is that person more prone to do? I've seen it, man. Come on, like, that's why I think it's so dope. A lot of these guys should have more female friends than dudes. Right? Like, you know, have some good, solid male dude friends around you, but have a lot of female friends. Because at that point, what a woman will do, go out and seek validation. So even though you fucking love her, you know what I mean, but you made something that was so anniversary-esque, and I mean, like, out of the blue, the norm. So now what does she need for more? She'll put on a little black dress, go out for cocktails with her girls, just to see if she still got it to get a compliment or two from a dude. Because you're just bringing her flowers, right? So keep going to fucking Benihana's all the time and all that,
everything.
right? Then why do you up Benihana's? If that's your fucking norm. Then you go to the Sky Dome. Then you go to Pick Six. If these are all your norms, what do you do? Why can't things be brought down to like...
You can't bring in a Red Lobster after.
Pack a Lego. But what do you do? Like, you can't bring things to the essence where you pack up a picnic basket, hit the Queen's Key or the Lake Shore, you know what I mean? Or, I mean, get a portable grill, hit a park. Like, there's so many grassroots things, man. And I feel like...
And you gotta do it in stages too. I think that's the important thing. I think a lot of people just jump the gun. They think like, oh, you know what? I really like this girl, or I really like this guy, and they just like throw all their all.
I feel
in
like
right
honestly, man, in my whole life, I did it. I did the whole thing right, as Sin was saying. So even before like real, even so, I think it's just like a lot of common interests. So like a lot of dates that went on were like comedy clubs and things that I just wanted to do anyways.
Yeah.
It just so happened. I mean, those were like fillers before, you know, serious dates. And then that was like probably for me one of my best relationships, right?
Yeah.
Because all that pre-screening, as Sin said, was done.
Yeah.
And then after that, I mean, like, it made other experiences better. You know what I mean? Like a road trip or a concert, whatever it was, right? But, you know, just coming from the get-go and just demanding shit and feeling obligated. Like, yo, I believe in chivalry, but I also know people's worth. Understand what I'm saying? I think that's a fine line and a real tightrope to be able to walk.
It's almost impossible to gauge from right from the beginning.
Because I'm the dude, like, put it twisted, yo. I tell Jay all the time, if you are walking in public with a man and you're on a first date, whatever the fuck it is, the car door thing is debatable. But if you're walking through a fucking door with a man, you have to open that door for yourself. I tell baby girl all the time, tell him you are sick and to drop you home.
You gotta read the signs.
A woman has never opened a door around me her whole life. And any woman that's opened a door around me has been yelled at, why are you doing that? And maybe because they're not used or accustomed to men opening doors for them, which to me is fucking weird. Because I wasn't raised like that.
There's a big group of them out there that
and it lets
like
me
that.
know the disconnect. So like, no one can tell me chivalry's dead because, oh my God, you want to go here, there, and everywhere. You have to understand there's probably things about you why I don't want to bring you out. If we're just dating. You know what I mean? You probably have characteristics, but you're probably loud. You probably have things that I think are tolerable behind closed doors, but are hella embarrassing in public. You know what I mean? So there's variables, you know what I mean? And if you don't want to work on yourself all the while making all these demands and shit, like, yo, miss that. You know, because you can complain, men can complain about women all the time, but you talk to a girl in Pickering, you talk to a girl in Region, you talk to a girl from the Jane Strip, you talk to a girl in Halton, and you have the same complaint about 4 or 5 women that don't know each other, the only constant is you.
Yeah.
Alright? So on the flip side of that, with women, we're not here complaining about men this, men that, men are shit. This nigga is from Galloway. This nigga is from Fucktardville. This nigga is from Halton, whatever it is. The only common denominator is you. At what point do you take some ownership to be like, yo, maybe my way of thinking's fucked up.
Look within yourself.
Maybe my demands are too high. Especially when everybody knows what they want, but brings nothing to the fucking table. Right?
Well, listen to Solange.
It's all about relationships for real, right? I know my way. Everybody has these long lists of what they want in a person, right? And your list can be a fucking scroll. No, you bring to the table is 3 bulletin points. Like how fair is
They
that?
should write 2 lists, actually.
And as I got older too, so I've had probably once this probably ever happened.
Yeah.
I would usually go out on a date and spend. Just whatever. Like I didn't take it as like I was taking a big loss. But the thing is, I guess some women get it misconstrued that sex is the payback. That is not the payback.
I gotta make that a soundbite, man.
It almost sounds like prostitution. But sex is not the payback. Because eventually, for me, I got turned off because it just looked like a dependency now, or it just looked like a laziness, or it looked like I wasn't valued. Like as men, I'm getting older as a man. Like I want to feel valued too. Like so, if I'm just dishing out, it's like, yo, why don't you treat me one time? It doesn't have to just be monetary things. You can surprise me with something,
a little
or like
thoughtfulness,
a little thoughtfulness. So I wasn't getting that per se. So I was like, yo, I have to reevaluate what I'm getting myself into.
And even just on some ill shit, it's like, yo, you do things for people because you want to. You know what I mean? Like I've been in relationships where I've been in public and said, fuck, man, I don't want to buy nothing for myself. This will look nice on home, girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like those are the things that somebody can't tell you to do, right? And even in exchange of that, like I don't expect like gifts in return. Like that's the one thing with me. Like I see too many dudes in the club trying to act like, you know, money over bitches.
Yeah.
But niggas are screaming money over bitches, but those are the same bitches you're getting money from. Yeah. That's weird to me, right?
Yeah.
So I've seen dudes in the club where they've seen an ex and they've been told to take off that jacket, give back that Gucci belt. That's corny to me. Right? So even for me, I don't mind doing things for anybody I'm with, but the reciprocity I expect in that regard is just, yo, the simple things. Let's just go for a walk. I have simple interests, sports, music, culture. You know what I mean? Things like that, fashion. I mean, take things in my interest. You know what I mean? Be like, oh shit, so-and-so's coming. You know what I mean? Like, even if you step into my world, like, take the time to learn ball. So if you fucking buy tickets to go to a Raptors game, I'm not sitting down a whole game explaining this shit to you. Really? Who the fuck wants to do that, huh? Am I asking you every 2 twos about the Kardashians? First of all, that's a bad example. I can't talk to a girl that watches the Kardashians. But fuck, I don't know, something on OWN or whatever it is, right? Like, if I'm sitting down on your show, like, why is he doing that? Why are they going there? Why is this? I don't want to be at a basketball game. Why did they blow a whistle? Why is it a free throw line?
You as a female, you're gonna get annoyed.
You know what I'm saying? So just take. For me, I don't mind doing anything. If that comes with a price tag, so be it. If that's something that, you know, could express some kind of appreciation and sign of love that's genuine, doesn't feel obligatory, by all means. But what I want from that doesn't have to be another thing. Because at the end of the day, too, I've been told that some of the things I like are, you know, too expensive, whatever isn't cool. I've been hearing that my whole life. I've been buying myself Christmas gifts when I was 14, 15. But, you know what I mean? Like, I just want, you know, this, as Sin said, I mean, I even like, appreciate it to a degree, but take interest in the things I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it would be cute, you know what I mean, to like, you know what I mean, like, follow up on my interests and shit like that. I don't care. Like, Sin knows, man. Like, why? We should throw parties, you know what I mean? And like, we should have these Facebook albums go up for our events.
Yep.
And a couple of times, obviously, like if it wasn't like Twist posting it or Sin posting it, if I posted the album on my page for the event, obviously, you know what I mean, like people tag their friends in pictures that may not be one of your friends, and then, you know, you get messages. So there's one girl messaged me, you know, when we're throwing parties, and folks go in there, man. And we went for dinner on King Street, right? So we go for dinner on King Street, and like the menu comes, and I swear on everything I love, man, the first thing this girl ordered before anything came was a $20 glass of wine. Right?
The cojones. The cojones.
And yo, before you even finish, cause okay, I know who you're talking about, but I don't know her personally. I'm gonna say this because some girls are gonna be like, "Oh, Showtime's just being cheap," blah blah blah. I don't think on a regular day.
Set it up though. First date. You found a nigga on Facebook.
Found a guy on Facebook.
Message him.
And message him.
All right, continue now.
So put that aside.
I ain't saying she a gold.
I don't think even if she went to the bar by herself or the restaurant by herself, I don't think she was gonna buy a $20 glass of wine for herself.
This is how it should be done. Cause my mom, they raised a jackass for a son. Listen to me, man. And that's what I'm trying to say. I give a fuck. Twist, have you not been in a party bus?
Of course.
Have you not got go to dirt golfing?
I have.
Have you not got to a party and all that? Has that been for someone's birthday?
Yes, it has.
Cheat my ass. You know what I mean? I just don't want to hear anyone telling me what they're worth. It really might not be worth that.
Yeah.
On a first date, and as Sin said, motherfucker, you probably in 10 out of 10 situations on your own would not have bought a $20 glass of wine. Fucking entire fuck.
In a lot of cases, that first date is actually the last date. You know, it's like the gift and the curse, and like there's a thin line between obligation and warrant and being warranted.
I went to school, but I wasn't always in the corner with the dunce cap. You know, I got my fucking schooling from the Etobicoke Board of Education and from the block, from the School of Hard Knocks. So I'm trying to say, on the first date, messy with that shit. Once she showed me that, I made her drink the glass of wine. I fucking paid for that shit, and I cut. Simple. I cut.
There's nothing wrong with that see where it goes mentality, but you gotta be a realist.
And then it's funny because not even that, because even when I freaking asked her about, what was all that about, she pocket watched me and said, yo, you guys throw parties, people come to your events, what the fuck is a big deal? So if I wasn't an introspective thinker and didn't fucking really try to see things from a door A, B, C situation, just be on some, yo, am I overreacting? Am I being too cheap? No, she's making decisions based off of what she thinks my bank looks like. And I don't want that shit. The fuck? A guy's talking to you based off of what car you can put in your name. A guy's talking to you based off of what insurance or what loan he can take out for him. Or, you always gonna get him in some Yeezys and the newest iPhone. Really? So if a guy's talking to you, using you for money, that's okay. No, it's not, right? You guys are the first ones throwing out receipts and all that shit,
and
right?
I bet you they're repeat offenders too.
But a guy that has some common sense and can friggin' like, yo, I don't need to cut the grass down to the bare minimum to see the weird shit. You know what I mean? I saw something, I went off a vibe, I was uncomfortable, and then boom, come to find out that, yeah, that person's really just talking to me because they thought we're making a killing throwing parties. The fuck out of here.
But we've also been in another situation, talking about past situations show, where we were in a certain establishment, and this was not an event that we were throwing at the time. We were just, kicking back. We used to go to a weekly, if you remember, and, two females came up to both of us, right? And then I didn't really have to do much. Like, I was actually willing to buy this female a drink, but she's like, "No, what are you doing? I got you, Papa," and she paid for me. So there's girls in that sense that are okay with coming out of pocket and saying like, I'll pay, just to kind of keep things up if they're really feeling you like that.
Listen, man, I want to talk about a corny dude. And you know what, man? I love the dude, man. Leave his name out of this. But we have a colleague who does the most. And that might be for pictures with females or whatever it is. So I'm going to paint a picture of me and Twist going to a club on King by King and Spadina. And one of our boys here at VIP. And whatever, they gave him some comp,
sparklers there,
whatever the case is, right? But I guess when you're not really taking yourself out the situation, you really feel like the limelight's with you, and people are laughing with you and not at you. It's different, right? So insert us, and we get to see. I basically see one of my colleagues getting used by these girls. He has a boots.
Running a train on his bottle, yo.
He's friggin' told all these girls that he has a booth, and also offered his booth as a friggin' place where they could rest their purses and their coats. And I seen these girls, like, even I told one of them off. I actually called her a friggin' miser. Because she kept coming to the booth, refilling her glass, but going on the dance floor talking to other men. Right? So I'm like, yo, like, if you don't really like rock with homeboy like that, why are you just in his booth drinking off his liquor? Yeah. She's like, he doesn't have a problem with it. I'm like, yeah, but he's a fucking idiot. And like, you don't feel bad about yourself? Like, really? Like, you
shouldn't even turn her lip either.
I'm like, you just do this? But even fast forward to that situation, so we just has girls coming in and out like it's a fucking one of those revolving doors at Yorkdale, right?
Yeah.
And these last two girls come, right? And I guess he invited them, but like apparently his pulse stopped at certain hours of the night. So they actually came from another party, one of those affiliated OVO DJs was having a birthday party. So they came from there. People party hop when they're downtown. So whatever, our homeboy lost his pull at the door, so he couldn't get them in. So whatever, man. I think I'm good with like negotiating with people. So I saw them struggling at the door, so I actually helped get them in. And then they came in, I guess, fully acknowledging the fact that someone else had got them in, not the person who invited them. They actually came to the booth and me and Tiss were chilling at. And like I saw dudes doing the most for these girls' attention. You know what I mean? Like whether it be more bottles, sparklers, competition. I guess that's just the club scenario. Especially with everybody's probably IG
What if I
live
say
in
Grey
this.
Goose dead?
Right? But night ends, and I guess maybe our boy thought maybe one of the females was for him. Apparently it didn't work out like that, but even for me, like, okay, cool, me and Twist made a move. I'm thinking we're heading back to the west. But we were told, like, nah, like, the party doesn't end here. Like, you know, it's an after party. You know what I mean? So,
Fiesta.
nah, nothing happened. I'm a classy guy. I didn't fornicate. There's no coitus.
It was a work night, so you know we had work the next morning. So,
But even so, like, just think about how crazy that is. That our boy thought that all that ooh and ah and that glamour could be the way into someone's draws when it wasn't. I mean, if someone was gonna get the draws, it wasn't gonna be him. You know, so you know, stay woke, man. Like that's all I'm saying. Like just know. And as a female, just reanalyze that whole shit too, because. You know, you don't want to be in a situation where you think you've clowned a dude and all of a sudden his senses kick in. I mean, not even senses. He may be on a fucking influence or something. Because a lot of you people talk to people that do things other than weed. You know, Tide Pods, fucking whatever it is, right? And you don't want to be in a situation where you're fighting somebody off. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? I'm the most important people in my life are women. That's all I'm coming to my point full circle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, stop being out here trying to act like everyone's smarter. And if it's chivalry, they know that chivalry, you know what I mean? Like, a dude, you know what I mean, that knows anything with chivalry will take off his sweater and coat and give it to you.
not
So
bad.
don't bark at a dude like you're Naomi Campbell or Tyra Banks on some diva shit and act like that's obligated to you. Even so, if you got to tell a man what to do, do you really want that dude? I mean, you got to teach a dude about chivalry, how to open doors, take out. Nah, but so chivalry, I mean, it has layers to it. And not everything comes with a receipt. And the things that do come with a receipt come to those who are worthy of it. No one tell me on a first date we're going here, there, and anywhere. So I'm fucking driving. What the hell? I'm driving. You're not even putting in. I've never asked no one for gas a day in my life.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm driving you. All this is blah, blah, blah. Man, you want to, like, call shots. Let's relax on that. You know what I mean?
And just one quick story that I had. Just because I just didn't like how the quote unquote day was going. So when it was time for the bills, and the waitress asked, I asked her, can we get our bills plural? And then she's like, the bill? I'm like, no, the bills plural. The girl I was with, she kind of looked like, oh shit, like I gotta pay for my meal. And when I saw that look on her face, I just looked back at what my parents would always tell my sister. I have an older sister. Shout out to my older sister, and she always presented herself with class. Make sure you have money to feed yourself
And take
and
a cab.
be able to get home.
Yeah.
Don't and if you're calling yourself independent, because that's like a tagline for
Destiny's Child messed y'all up.
that's a tagline for a lot of women.
New school need to learn though.
If we're really being independent, know that if you go to a restaurant with somebody, they're not obligated to pay for you, and nobody's obligated to take you home. You got to know how to. That's true independence. If you could pay for that, you know you have money in your pocket. You know you're good. You know you're safe out there. More power to you.
Life's just weird because, like, even, like, yo, they show people fucking at bars. One person's talking to somebody. Next person's pickpocketing them. Next person tap you on your shoulder. You turn around. Someone's putting something in your drink. Like, yo, all this trying to use your head on people. Like, there's larger room and issues for concern in a female in this day and age. And you know what I mean? Like, you guys wanted, like, male perspective. Here it is. And you know what I mean? It's dudes that, you know, if those that know us know that we you know, I guess, put ourselves in a situation where we do parties and all that fun stuff. And, you know, I've encountered people I shouldn't have. And, you know, I've been in situations I shouldn't have. because my number is on a flyer and all that cases. I've seen pictures of people, birthday suits, all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And in that regard, like yo, I've seen some things where, as somebody who went to high school and you know what I mean, got to live that part of life where I was part of the sports teams. I had my 5-finger game was strong on top of my hustle. So if I wanted it, I got it. I was gonna bother my parents for $400 Jordans. I just go to Woodbine, take a left, go to York, they'll take a right. You know what I mean? If I didn't want to spend $4 bills, fuck needs a box. But in that any regard, it's just, just know your worth, man, and like.
But really know your worth.
Yeah, like don't overstep your boundaries.
It's not a tagline. It's not a tagline.
Don't be Princess Dying niggas when you're more like fucking key on my neck, my back. You know what I'm saying? Legit. But also too, I think we should wrap it up with this one. Is on a first date, or as you twist may be saying, the scenario is that you may have been talking to somebody. There's some lead up to this first face-to-face meetup, and then even at some point at the night, say your date ends at 10:30, 11 o'clock,
Yeah.
and then you get hit with the coming for a nightcap. You know what I mean? coming a nightcap, ice cap, however they want to disguise that, right? Right, yeah. But you make a move, and I'm gonna give dudes like, be careful, man. Especially this whole, I saw Trudeau apologizing for being at a concert years ago and having a verbal interaction with a female and reading it the wrong way, and I guess touching her. But he apologized the next day. So salute to Justin Trudeau. They try to smear him. Fuck all that, right? But you're with a female, first date, you're making a move, right? Perception at this point. A lot of women think they shouldn't do anything on the first date because you might find that person easy, right?
Yeah, that's the notion, yeah.
Also, too, at the end of the day, you might not even find that person easy. I might have to look at that person weird because, you're in a space and a state of mind and you have the desire to want to do something and you're too busy worried about how you look. You know what I mean? Like, you're there about, I'm going to look at you like you're easy. Like, really? Like, so you want to do this and you're going to freaking front on this because you're ready, I'm going to look at you differently. No. 7 dates from now, if we have sex and it's horrible, I'll probably be more cheese then. than fucking having sex with you the first time and boom, we could have an amazing chemistry. You understand what I'm saying? But what's your take on being in that situation? And if you are in that situation, how do you finesse your way out of that? Where you read a situation wrong on a first date, or do you guys have mandates where you keep that off the table? You have like a 3-date rule. You know what I mean? Whatever it is.
Yeah, I definitely would say like along those lines, kind of like a 3-day rule, because like some things are too good to be true. I think anyway. That's just me. Like I don't jump in the fire blindly.
Nor do I.
So especially with the way things are now, you don't want to be catching the clap or whatever it is. You just got to be smart, especially when you're a grown man or a grown woman. So. The way you deflect that or work around that, it's easy. You just kind of, what I've normally even used in the past too, just from experience, and I'm not going to say who you are, but if you're hearing this, then it's too late. But anyways, usually I just say it's been a long night, I got work tomorrow, but we'll catch up and, we'll work on the next thing, the next outing, the next date, and then kind of just leave it at that. It's not all about, slapping the skins, right away, especially if you're really trying to get to know somebody. We got another term for that, but if it's really a date kind of thing and you're really trying to see where things go, then you wait out and, your patience pays off.
I want to get to know you.
Joe.
I don't know. If you heard me earlier, I'm ready.
I know,
Terminator on site.
I know that you're ready.
Listen, man.
Seems like you're ready. Like,
Sid the dirtbag show, yo. Honestly, I said on an earlier episode that show puts the dirtbag, but I am regretting that whole statement, yo. And I'm putting all that smoke to Sincere, yo.
Sincere, you're so honey. You're so scrawny. Do you always walk around with a Jimmy?
yes.
But
yes,
yo,
I do.
but listen,
No,
man.
but for me, like, I feel it out. I feel it out. Like, I just don't I don't force myself to try to do something like every time I meet a woman or whatever.
Yeah.
It's more like a feeling. Like, but as you said, like, you have to be careful. Like, I try not to really initiate because I will leave that for you for your consent. If you're feeling the same attraction, then I prefer the woman to, give me the quote unquote signal. But I'm fine with just going home and be like, you know what, like, especially if I could see like, okay, this is just a date vibe, nothing too crazy sexual is going on. Yeah. I'm good to
You don't want
say
to
have a
zig and
good
then
night,
she's zagging.
meet you again. This was a lovely night.
Yeah.
And link up later. I have no issue with that.
Like all the way 1,000, like, so if obviously you're dating, you're single, right? Correct?
Yes.
At this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
No one should be having a girl not at this age, right? Okay, cool. So, me in this situation where me and someone are somewhere, there's been a lot of talk. Maybe she's just a talker, right? She's a flirter. I said throw alley-oops, whatever, right?
Yeah.
We're at a point now where there's been all this sexual tension, like legit. Even if we went out somewhere in public, like if someone's just spent like 2 minutes looking at this table, like, yo, those people, they're gonna fuck. Like, maybe because you're looking at me, whatever the fuck case is, right? Guess that situation now, that was completely read wrong. You're just a flirt. Like, the man's a blue ball, it's cool. But I'm single at this point. So at what point can't you just go home, you get dropped off, I go on my phone and try to get a nut?
Scroll through the contacts.
Like, I'm single at this point, right? Like, well, you want to pump fake me on and leave me on third base on, cool. I need to someone pinch run me home.
And then she can be snickering off side chatter with a homegirl, like, oh, I think he thought we were gonna get it on the first date, but I shut that down and blah blah blah. But the other side of it is you're single, and that's the whole point. There's options. Run it back like a quarterback option.
Yeah, no,
And the scary thing to me is that situation could go completely wrong. Because I remember at a situation, there's a girl I was talking to. I met her at a party. We were just talking, even like to the point where like phone sex. Like she's busted. She's on the phone, like really, letting one out, letting one go to super soak on the phone out. Like she's getting it in. The next time,
make love to me.
the next, maybe not the next time we met, but like probably the time after. We're in a setting, we're just, a little touchy-feely. But then after I felt like the hesitation, so I was like, damn, like...
Just clinch up.
So I just fell back. And then I'm like, yo, let me kind of call it an early night. Now, in today's standards, like, I could have been slandered because it's like, I didn't try to force myself. I was just going off of a vibe where...
We're
having phone sex. Thought it was mutual. Then when we got to the situation, I was like, whoa, let me fall back. And that's scary to me. So that's why too I try not to lead into that. Yeah. Like I try to, and to the advice to the young boys, like don't be too touchy-feely.
Don't get too overjealous.
Don't read things that don't misinterpret what you're reading. Like, you gotta get like that.
You guys have gotten a lot of gems, female and male perspective. Here's what I'm gonna say though. Don't be with somebody that is not your fucking sexual equal, or somebody who's willing to learn the ways to please you. Because essentially, you're gonna be fucking somebody, one person's laying down dead as a fucking dog, someone's into it. Whether that be the girl taking position on top, fucking Bronco, whatever the fuck it may be, right? dude fucking on top, peg leg, Bacchus, Snoop Doggy Dog, Bow Wow Wow, Doggy Dog World, and I mean woo-ha woo-ha, whatever position you want to do.
Yeah,
I
what
mean
is wrong with this
Macarena,
guy, yo?
you want to do the Macarena, you know what I mean? You want to do the cha-cha slide, you want to swag swerve while doing the Dougie in a hole, whatever, right? But what I'm saying is this. If somebody is not your sexual equal, if someone does not enjoy sex as much as you do, whatever it is, that is not gonna work. You wanna have sex 5 times a day, she wants to have sex once or twice. What you can do for the 3 times you wanna bust a nut for the day? Yeah, you gonna beat your meat till you start smelling like a wet hot dog packet.
Until your left forearm's bigger than your right forearm.
Yeah, on some Popeye shit, right?
Some
It's just-
quagmire shit.
Be with somebody, right? Be with someone who's your sexual equal. I think that's the best advice, and that's somebody who's dated. I mean, whatever the case is, like I've been on that, and you know, many things, baby, until I was 25, I probably was the most basic of performers, which probably to them still was a 10 out of 10 compared to the corny niggas they bought. But I mean, I've evolved like Chris Brown into MJ, you know what I mean? Or like Kendrick into Nas with that
important.
shit. So if nobody can meet me sexually, that relationship's not good. I'm not saying sex is everything, but don't act like it's not something.
Yep. It bursts
Those are
electric
sex
chemistry.
everything to you? Not everything, but it plays a healthy part in a good dynamic of a relationship. Pie chart up that bitch.
Yeah,
it does take up at least 35% of a healthy
Yeah,
relationship.
it bursts electric chemistry.
Communication
man.
could be like 40%, whatever the fuck case may be, but sex and physical intimacy is important. So all you girls out there trying to act like you want to hold back on a dude, or you're acting like you guys are the new pimps, whatever, and any guy trying to be sloppy, acting like your girl doesn't know, you know, you're out there with another person. I mean, you guys are fooling each other. You know, just meet each other halfway and compromise, and you know that if you guys are there for the greater good of a union, or just fucking keep it moving, man. There's better ways to put out that fire and still save something and salvage a friendship and respect for each other than trying to fucking outsmart the other and both get caught, and then you know there's a fucking lifetime full of resentment.
And then all this time
walking
wasted.
past somebody like a stranger, skipping past someone's name in your contacts, right? Like, there's better ways to do this. Just you're fucking with somebody, you're riding all the way for the right reasons. You know what I mean? You're with that somebody, I mean, based off of their potential, right? Not off of what that shit is. Because I come from the block, and I kid you not, like in 2006 when I seen that raid, I seen dudes get stripped down, nothing to the freaking clothes, and get them in court. You know what I mean? Or in a prison. Audis gone. Houses gone. Condos gone in the raid. I mean, the same Audis now, the fucking little police motherfucker bought that for... Wait, I mean, like, I've seen things stripped down when you really get into that, right? Easy come, easy go. You know what I mean? Like, be someone for their potential, their ambition, and shit like that, right? And, you know, a lot of these girls that want to go on dates, we can eat fast food all day. I don't care. You better live in the gym, though. You know what I mean? Because once you start getting, like, ill proportion, I'm gone. Especially because, this is because, what, you just want to go on dates all the time? No, none of us wanted to, like, get behind the thing and cook. Cool. All that, but I want a Coca-Cola bottle, in the proper one, not the 2-liter. You know what I mean? So, shout out, man. That's
Word, Riri, I see you with that billionaire. You don't look happy either. You see? It's not always about money, yo. It's not always about money.
No matter how much oil fields
do
his
you
family
love
owns.
No,
me?
for real. And now you're saying that on everything I love because, that fucking Kiki challenge is everywhere.
Riri,
it's like
do
the
you love
fucking,
me?
it's like the
Are you riding?
it's like the Mexican cockroach that don't want it. I mean, I swear Drake wanted to say Riri and not Kiki. Thorough.
He probably said it a few times,
That's
in
what I
the beginning of
thought
the
too.
recording.
I seen someone say it. I'm like, everyone needs to chill.
Yeah, I thought that track Jaded is a little bit about Rihanna too.
Mm-hmm.
People are saying Georgia Smith, but I think a little bit too has to do with Rihanna. But
I don't
anyways,
know what that nigga
Riri, do you love me? Are you riding? I hope she's listening to the Man Dem podcast.
Riri looks like she could give some good head, though.
The fear of dirtbag.
Flagrant.
He came with the dirtbag shit.
Don't disrespect my woman like that.
I mean, in a relationship
Y'all
setting,
fight
the lady in the
There's a man we
in the
know,
sheets.
B. There's a man we know. I was on a late show with the nigga smoking a ting. This guy opened up his fucking phone and showed me DM conversations with Maya, fam. Yo, I've never wanted
Give me that guy's contact.
I've never wanted an open hand box, Stone Cold Stunner, Boston Crab, go table ladders and chairs on a nigga, fucking like friggin' give a nigga sweet chin music ever in my
HBK
life.
his ass.
Legit, man. It was just like, yo, enough, B. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? So,
Just gotta keep it fresh, realistic, and spontaneous, and everything will be on the good and narrow.
so what we capping this off and summarizing, yo, if you give head, stop using so much teeth. I'd even suggest, yo, spit on that shit.
Make sure you clean your ass too, both, you know, from the front to the back.
Yeah, them girls use that hot tomb spit, yo. Like for me, I watch a lot of porn, man. The more spit,
Get that saliva game up.
Nothing like natural.
get them
lube.
glands popping. I hope I don't sound like a dirtbag.
I know. Look over this.
If my
got
fucking sister, if my sister airs me out, fam, cause shout out to the mom Dukes. You know her birthday. You know what I mean? Her birthday's coming up.
Shout
So shout out to the mom
Showtime.
Dukes. Yeah, you know what I mean? She's very thorough to the Man Dem, so salute to that. But my sister lets my mom hear all this bullshit. I'ma moon my sister. My sisters have seen the stretch marks and she's seen the dark side. I mean, straight, I'll moon my sister. Like, those are nightmares. But no, salute. I mean, women just, you know, get better ahead. Have more realistic expectations. You know what I mean? Like,
Not every guy is like the
Neo, Fab, and Jamie shouted y'all out, Miss Independent remix. You know? Friggin' be true to your heart and your mind. If you're mentally straying away from somebody, let that go. You know what I mean? And, you know, first dates, I mean, play them safe then, you know what I mean? If you don't want to get caught in a compromising situation, you know, go on a date in public. Cut the nightcap.
Treat it like a Kijiji transaction.
Nah, because a lot of those are flakes, so fuck that.
Yeah, see how people move in the daytime as opposed to the nighttime, you know what I mean? Like, have those evening dates or like those afternoon dates.
Cross your T's and dot your I's, y'all.
And we love you. We love you. Women, we love you. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Don't.
You could break hearts and manipulate minds. Right?
We love y'all. We love
Angela,
y'all.
Pamela, Renee. I love y'all. You're from around the way. Yeah, but for real. Episode 21.
21.
Man Dem Podcast. You already know what it is. Shout out to everybody that rocks with us. I mean, we're going to continue to give y'all great things. I mean, and as I say in every other episode, and I mean, shout out Studio IMIX, Studio 139.
Cujo Canuck.
You need that plug, that letter T, that number 4 letter T, .cujo@gmail.com. You know our voices by now. You know what it is. Salute for rocking with us. Toronto, stay vigilant. Toronto, stay peaceful. Toronto, stay safe. Toronto, stay beautiful. And all day, every day, more importantly, on everything, Toronto strong.
And if there's any topics you want to hear in the future, you know our handles and how to reach us. Thank you for listening.
Or if you want to see Denver take his shirt off, I mean, just send a text.
We got those special hard drives.
Standard messaging rates may apply.
Those special hard drives.
or just
Love and blessings to Toronto and the world.
to all to the world. Yeah.
Bless up, never stress up.